Okay, so in the second video here, we are going to be using the examples from the textbook to go through this worksheet. So the worksheet that you've been given, all right, here sets you up with find the length of hypotenuse or leg, okay, finding the area of triangles, all right. So remember the 1/2 base times height, formula from Unit 1. Then here are some values where you'll need to, given two numbers, you have to figure out what the third side is, all right, of the triangle, and then just some simple using Pythagorean theorem to solve through. All right, so here you've got all these congruencies. Here you've got a series of problems. You got to figure out where to start your work. In numbers 11 and 12, classify these triangles as right, acute, or obtuse. Don't go by looks, okay? Just warning you. Use the rules, and then here decide whether you can actually have a triangle on these three, and if so, then tell me if it's right, acute, or obtuse. Here we're telling you they are a triangle. Here you have to take the three numbers and now determine it if it's a triangle at all. And then the last but not least is the isosceles case. What values for x, this is an inequality sequence, what values for x will make it right, obtuse, or acute based on the value given. So I'm going to run through some examples that you would have seen in your homework that kind of to go with this problem set. So let's open up the text where you were already in, and let's go through some of these particular problems. All right, so these are the review notes, so if you haven't gotten them by now, pause the video and take these down, but we went over these in the first video. And now at this point we're going to flip over and let's take a look at some of the examples that I've picked out. All right, so first of all, I've picked out some numbers from this first page here, as well as some of my own. It says, all right, find the third side. So what's the process here? Well, first of all, we could just plug in Pythagorean theorem and plug in and guess which set it is. Is it a leg or is it a hypotenuse? We don't know. But what I would recommend is that we take a look at the two numbers and scale them down. All right, so scale them. You remember scaling with similarity triangles from the last unit. So what factor do they both have in common? Cool, a 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to pare these down by a 2. So let's divide out a 2, a common scale. So bring them down. So we end up with a 12 and a 13. Now which of the triples has a 12 and a 13 in it? Very good. The 5, 12, 13 set. So since we know the missing number is 5 is being missing, that must be the missing piece for to make this triple happen up here. So therefore we reapply the scale factor and take that 5 back up and say, all right, multiply by 2, and we get an answer of 10. All right, of course the arrow has to go over here, and of course we're probably going to ask you, is it a leg or hypotenuse, like we do in the worksheet a little bit. So it's a leg or hypotenuse. All right, so well, here's a second problem. You can pause the video and try to work through it on your own. It's got a very small scalar. All right, so if you remember, you can figure that out. You can pause the video and solve it. All right, so the scale factor here is going to be a divider of 3. I'm going to take out, and I'm going to get a 7 and a 24. All right, so knowing the 7, 24, my missing number is 25. That's missing. Reapply the factor of 3, and gets me up to 75 is the missing side, and that is the 7, 24, 25 is the hypotenuse. So therefore, this is a hype. All right. All right. So the next set. So here are these three numbers. Is it a triangle? Well, what constitutes a triangle? Well, the triangle inequality theorem states that all two sides of the triangle will always add up to be a larger number than the third side. Okay. So like 11 and 14 add up. Yep, they're larger than 10. 10 and 14 add up. Yep, they're larger than 11. That's always the case because you're dealing with the largest number. So the case that really makes this thing fail is going to be when you take the two smaller sides. Do they add up to be larger than the third? So that's what my test is. 10 plus 11, that make 21. 21 is larger than 14. Check. Triangle, yes. All right. So now, is it right, acute, or obtuse? Well, here's where we use Pythagorean's extension. A squared plus b squared. Is it going to be less than, is it equal, or is it greater than the c squared? All right. So plugging these numbers in, 10 squared is 100. B squared is 121. c squared is going to be 196. Well, we find out 100 and 121 is 221, and that is certainly greater. So since 196 is smaller, the largest side is smaller, we say that this one is acute. Follows the acute. Again, if you don't remember this rule, go back to the video. Previously, I went through those 3 tests over here for is it right, obtuse, or acute. Okay. So on the third one, the next example, go ahead and give it the triangle test. All right. 15 and 20 makes 35. That is not larger than 36, so therefore no triangle. So that could be a possible case. So in this case, we're done. There's no way to tell me if it's a right, acute, or obtuse triangle if it's not even a triangle. So the problem is finished. Okay. All right, next group. So we're asking you here to determine the area of an isosceles triangle in this particular problem. All right. Well, in order to get that, I need area is 1/2 base times height. Well, the base is given, that's 16. All right, cool. So equals 1/2 times 16 times, oh man, I need the height. Well, if this is the base we're going to run with, and we've set it up vertically like this so you can see that, that means I need to drop an altitude line through here. All right, I just put a little dash line in there just for conversation's sake. All right, nothing more than that. So with that in mind, all right, what am I going to do with my altitude? How do I calculate that? Well, if you recall, that altitude line is in an isosceles triangle is also a perpendicular bisector of the situation, as well as an angle bisector of the line. And of course, we also call that a median. It has all 4 of those properties from a few chapters and units ago. Well, if this is a bisector, this 16 got split into 2 pieces, and we can now solve this using Pythagorean theorem. But more specifically, what kind of triangle is it? We've got a 17 and an 8. Do we have a triple? The answer is yep. We know that this is a triple with a height of 15. How convenient. Okay, so I get that using a Pythagorean triple. If you don't know your triples that we went over before, you could do Pythagorean theorem and just solve it out for 17 squared minus 8 squared. Takes you longer time, but you know, this is a squared. So you'll, don't waste your time. Know your triples. All right, any case, now we're just down to just solving this out. So if you want, if you can either do it in your head or do it in the calculator, we've got 8 times 15. That means we've got 4 times 30. Again, I'm doing this in my head, so I have to do this without the use of a calculator. So I have 120 as my value, and we'll just say it's units squared. I don't have a units. I didn't set one up for this one. Okay, so there's the area of that one. All right, last example. All right, so the question is, in the isosceles triangle, again, isosceles triangles, how nice. All right, what value of x, all right, makes this acute, obtuse, or right? All right, and here we're just playing with Pythagorean theorem. So x squared plus x squared equals 20 squared. All right, you always seem to get 2x squared equals 400. X squared equals 200, and then x will equal the square root of 200. All right, well, you can reduce that. 100 times 2, so that's 10 root 2. So x will equal 10 root 2. That's, again, Pythagorean theorem, pretty straightforward. What you're not as familiar with, and you're just learning here in 9.1, is the acute and obtuse rules, because they get inequality symbols. But all it is, it's the same math, except you now have an inequality symbol that's going to go through. So let's take a look at the acute situation. So to make it acute, we know that x squared plus x squared is going to have to be greater than the largest side squared, so greater than 20 squared. So it's the same math that you're going to get, and you're going to do the exact same thing. 2x squared greater than 400, x squared greater than 200, and x must be greater than the square root of 200. All right? Therefore, x must be greater than 10 root 2. So you can see the math doesn't change, the algebra doesn't change, just the symbol. So make sure when you're doing these that you use the appropriate symbol. So without further ado, can I just write the obtuse up here? You can check me later if you'd like on your math, but I'm going to say that x must be less than the value of 10 root 2 in order for that to happen. And of course, my final answer for the acute was x must be greater than 10 root 2. All right, so that's the last example that for your review. So hope you enjoyed our little review for 9-1. Good luck. Again, check in during teacher time and teacher hours. Send us emails and questions to any of your teachers, and we'll help you out. All right, good luck, and we'll talk to you in the next one.